What's up, everybody? Welcome to day 22 of the free 30-day AI Academy Challenge. Today we have a very requested section, day 22 of week 3, Agents, the Real versus Hype. I'm recording this on August 19th, 2026, so everything's always changing with Agents. The Grok Agents just launched recently, which I'm doing some videos on. But today I want to hop in and talk about the Real versus Hype of Agents. We'll have a full free Agents course coming to the AI Academy. In the AI Academy Plus, we have a few ways you can make money with Agents, which is really cool. But I just wanted to hop on here for the elementary introductory course. Introductory course. Pardon my language, I'm a little sick. And talk about Agents, the Real versus the Hype. So we just have a clean baseline as we go through the final 8 days of the 30-day AI Academy Challenge. You guys know this by now. We're going to fly through this. Subscribe and follow for more important updates. Share the course. Start a revolution together. Bonus 40% affiliate. Monthly giveaways. Complete the worksheets, which so many of you have been doing. It's so cool to see. Get a chance to win those monthly prizes. Bonus tip, watch the course at 2x speed. Share your results and experiences with others. And the agenda for today, we're going to talk about 1, what an agent actually is, 2, the realness versus the hype that you see online, because it seems like every other video on the internet is talking about my agentic AI workflow made me $1 million. We're going to talk about what's real and where agents can actually help you now. And then for 4th, we're going to have you try one yourself today. Again, I don't know the project you're working on for this education course, but we're going to have you try one for yourself today, regardless. So, what an agent actually is. An agent is something that plans and acts. It breaks a goal into steps, and then it does them. Think of a checklist, excuse me. This is more than a connector, which we talked about on day 17. Connectors wait, agents take initiative. And this is more than a Zap. We talked about Zapier, I think it was on day 20. Yep, Zaps are fixed. Agents adopt as they go. And they use tools on their own. It can search, click, write, check, repeat. Claude Coworks, a great example of this if you give it full permissions. But you still have to set the goal, the overarching goal. Agents can have like a master agent and sub-agents, where each sub-agent's doing a smaller task to get to the master agent to get towards the goal. But all agents need a goal. A sub-agent's goal might be different than the master agent's goal, but they still need a goal. And you need to approve the important moves. So we're going to talk about the realness versus the hype now. And again, this is August of 2026. The hype that I think we see everywhere is the fully autonomous agent. You set it and you forget about it. It rarely works now. It is getting a lot better with the Codex, with Claude, of having things run if you give it the correct scopes and the correct markdown files. What is very real is those bounded tasks, ones with clear scope jobs that they can actually finish. Another real thing that I'm seeing is when there's human in the loop. I have a lot of agents that run on Claude for me. I'm putting a few out on Grok now that still have human in the loop. They have sub-agents, but at each critical step where I want to check something, let's say it's for like an email campaign, we write all our emails, but for like some automations we're running or some data we're tracking, I will have it ping me, usually on Telegram, at a certain checkpoint for me to stay in the loop to make sure everything is looking correct. So it drafts it and it does all the work, and then you approve the big steps to make sure everything's looking correct. And the hype I'm seeing a lot, and I think the paranoia we see now in the AI age, is that it replaces you. AI will definitely replace some things in our daily lives, but today it assists. It doesn't ruin your life or run your life. It cannot do everything. Trust me, I pushed it to its limits. Pretty much everything you can think of, whether that's making money with AI or just productivity. But it is there to assist you in current day form. But it's getting better fast, and I think that's important to recognize. I get a lot of questions on LinkedIn and Instagram about where the state of AI is going. I think it's important to realize that it's moving fast, and the line moves every few months of what AI can do. And we just need to all stay on top of it. That's the whole point of this community and this free course and the newsletter, where we stay on top of everything that AI can do. That way, none of us fall behind. Because as you saw in the introduction video for the VSL for this course, I think there's going to be 2 types of people in the future. those that stay educated in the AI space and those that don't, and the ones that obviously stay educated and act on it, like for the AI Academy Plus, are going to benefit a lot more. It's just a completely new age. It's arguably the most important invention in human history. We can debate about that. We can debate about it in school. Let me know. I would definitely side on that camp now. But where do agents actually help now? Again, we're just going to really be running through slides today. We'll see if I have a demo, but we'll definitely do the worksheet as well. And again, if you want a more in-depth course, let me know. We'll have something rolling out in the free community, and we already have something out in the paid community around setting up agents. I give you some of my agents as well that are just plug and play, and you can start messing around with them and having them do stuff for you. But where they can help now is for research and compiling. They can gather, sort, and summarize across sources. I have a file on my Claude, or an agent on my Claude, that just organizes my desktop. It gets super messy with files, both on my PC and laptop. Super helpful. It's something I don't just have to waste a few minutes doing. Repetitive and multi-step. The boring change you'd script away anyways. I have some demos built in here, but I think I'm going to save the demos for the longer course. It can draft and check work. It drafts and you refine. We talked about this a bit on day 10. And this is all inside guardrails, right? So you have to give it clear limits, and it shines. If you just tell it broadly what you want it to do, it's really going to struggle. It might be missing some context that you just assume it knows, but you really need to be specific with these things, just about what we talked about with prompting. So start small with one task, watch it, and you'll slowly trust it more. Like for my desktop cleaning agent, I barely prompt it. I barely go on my Mac Mini to refine it at all, because it's really learned what I like, and it learns what it needs to do for its task, right? So trying one yourself. Pick a bounded task that you want to try. I suggest Claude Cowork for this. You can create a scheduled task, which is a little agent running. Pick a bounded task, scoped, low risk, with a clear done value that you can grade. Not that the AI or the LLM can grade, something that you would be able to look at and you'd be like, this is done correctly. Give it a goal and limits, and tell it what to do, and honestly what not to touch. Give it those clean guardrails and watch it work. Again, I prefer Cowork for this. There's some others like the Grok thing I just mentioned, where again, you want to see its thinking process, so you can go back down through those files, edit them. Again, I'm very excited for this agents course I keep touching on, but for this course, again, I just wanted to give a brief overview. So watch it work, and then judge it honestly. Did it save time? Keep it or drop it. I've done plenty of Cowork things where I realized it would have been faster for me to just go in and edit it myself, right? So no demos today. We're going to keep this just strictly slides just to get through this. I just want an overarching understanding of what agents are, the hype versus what's real, and I'd also like to see some debates in the school. First, fill out your worksheet, foundry.com/day22, and of course, post an accountability. But again, these sections are starting to get active on the school. I just posted this one, lesson 22 check-in. If you actually go to the school where you're watching this, and you scroll down, there's a pinned post where there's like a check-in where people can chat. I'd love to see some comments in here and what people think, if I missed anything, and the agents first. Just what they think about AI agents, to be honest. But quick lesson today, quick summary. We talked about how agents plan and then they act. We talked about what's real, bounded, and how you approve versus what's fantasy so far, but coming up. We talked about the hype of how people are saying stuff's fully autonomous today, and I'm not seeing a lot that is. And then tomorrow, we're going to save you an hour every single week, regardless of your task, guaranteed. Super excited. I believe that is day 23 then. Wow. We are just flying through this. Super excited. If you want to go faster, as always, foundry.com/consultant. Having some great cohort groups. I just love working with individuals. And again, I love the education space here, which is why I created the AI Academy. Excuse me. I'm the son of two educators myself. And then obviously the AI Academy Plus is for all the messages that I get that say, hey, Drew, I know the AI stuff. How are you making money on it? How are you monetizing? How are you taking advantage? That's what that other group is for. Again, completely optional. This group will always be free. But we also do the cohorts, and then, of course, AI Academy Plus. If you're ready to build and scale, that is there as well. If you're enjoying the course, please leave a testimonial. It would mean the world. Genuinely, if you are here on day 22 this far into week 3, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining the school. If you subscribe to the AI Debrief, even if you just follow me on Instagram and you're just checking this out, it really means a lot. I think this education stuff is very important. I know so many people my age, I'm 24, that don't know what a connector is. They don't know the difference between LLMs. They don't know how to honestly use a lot of this stuff, and they don't know how to use it correctly. And I think it's something that should be taught in schools. It's something that should be taught universally, because there's just going to be such a steep learning curve that at a certain point people just aren't going to be able to catch up. So I'm just trying to catch as many people, get them up to a baseline, so we can continue to learn together, because I feel like I know a lot, but I'm no means an expert. I think I'm much better at monetizing this stuff, but the education stuff is also super important. But with that being said, let's get to work, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 23. Get out of here.